coming storm could change the course of the Las Vegas Raiders' 2024 season. With their defensive secondary showing signs of weakness and their roster depth in jeopardy, the Raiders find themselves at a critical crossroad. Will general manager Tom Telesco make a bold move before the season starts? 3 names are emerging as potential saviors: Kello Witherspoon, Adoree Jackson, and J.C. Jackson. Each brings a unique story of resilience and talent, but could any of them truly be the missing piece of the Raiders' puzzle? The decision that is about to be made could define the team's future. And more than that, could be the difference between a glorious season or yet another disappointment. So get ready to dive into this intriguing story where every choice counts and find out which of these cornerbacks could be the hero the Raiders need. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and comment. Which of these players do you think is the best fit for Raiders? As the curtain rises on the NFL season, every team carries with them dreams of glory, but also faces the demons of the past. For the Las Vegas Raiders, the challenge this year is more palpable than ever. The secondary defense, which was supposed to be the bulwark against the aerial attack, has shown vulnerabilities that could jeopardize the entire 2024 campaign. With an urgent need to strengthen this critical area, all eyes turn to general manager Tom Telesco, who may be one step away from making a decisive move in the free agent market. The big question echoing through the halls of Allegiant Stadium is, which of the 3 names being considered could be the savior of the nation? Kello Witherspoon, Adoree Jackson, or J.C. Jackson? Let's explore each of these options and understand what is at stake for the Raiders. Last season was a painful reminder of the Raiders' weaknesses. Their passing attack found holes, and the lack of depth in the secondary was glaring. With the start of the 2024 season fast approaching, urgency to bolster that position has never been clearer. General manager Tom Telesco is aware that without a solid defense, playoff hopes could quickly fade. Secondary is the last bastion before the end zone, and without reliable players, the Raiders could find themselves in a constant struggle to maintain control of games. An experienced cornerback could be the solution, but the decision of who to bring in is crucial. Kello Witherspoon is a name that has been buzzing heavily on the free agent market. After a solid season with the Los Angeles Rams, where he started all 17 games and recorded 3 interceptions, he has emerged as a reliable option for the Raiders. Witherspoon at 29 brings not only experience, but also consistency, something the Raiders desperately need. His ability to read the game and physical presence on the field make him a constant threat to opposing quarterback. Additionally, his track record of starting 57 of 77 games in his career suggests he could be a pillar of stability for the Raiders' defense. Adoree Jackson is an enigma. After a challenging 2023 season where he struggled to maintain the level of play he demonstrated in previous years, he remains a free agent. However, his 2022 performance with the New York Giants, where he posted a 71.5 coverage grade and an 85.3 passer rating when targeted, shows that he still has a lot to offer. Jackson, 28, could not only contribute with his coverage ability, but also be a valuable addition in the return field. For the Raiders, he represents a high-risk, high-reward gamble, an opportunity to rediscover a talent that may just be waiting for the right chance to blossom again. J.C. Jackson is perhaps the most intriguing and risky option of the 3 under consideration. After 2 difficult seasons and a suspension in the first game, many question whether he can still be the player who, 3 years ago, led the NFL in pass defense with 23 and recorded 8 interceptions. But it is precisely this stellar past makes him a bet the Raiders cannot ignore. Las Vegas could be the perfect setting for Jackson to revive his career, away from the shadow of his recent struggles. For a team in desperate need of impactful defensive plays, Jackson could be the spark that lights the fire of redemption. With all the pressure to get it right, Witherspoon seems like the safest option. His experience and consistency over the years make him a choice that could bring immediate stability to the Raiders' defense. But the question is, will that be enough? The NFL is a cutthroat league, where the ability to make the right plays at critical moments can determine the fate of a season. Witherspoon can provide solidity. The Raiders need more than just consistency. They need someone who can change the course of a game with a spectacular play. And that's the big question mark hanging over him. Adoree Jackson, at his best, is the kind of player who can change the course of a game with a single play. His speed and agility are unquestionable, and his ability to cover opposing wide receivers makes him a valuable asset. However, after a disappointing 2023, the question on everyone's mind is whether he can still perform at that level. For the Raiders, signing Jackson would be a bet on his potential to return to the elite. If he can recapture the form he showed in 2022, could become the playmaker the Raiders' defense so desperately needs. J.C. Jackson, once one of the league's most feared cornerbacks, has seen his career decline in recent years. But NFL history is full of stories of players who rose from the ashes to reclaim their glory. For Jackson, Las Vegas could be the perfect place for that rebirth. The Raiders' defense needs someone who is unafraid to take risks and make big plays at crucial moments. If Jackson can channel the player he once was, he could not only redeem himself, but also become the defensive leader the Raiders so desperately need. When you put Ahkello Witherspoon, Adoree Jackson, and J.C. Jackson side by side, each offers something unique. Witherspoon brings stability and experience. Jackson offers the potential for immediate impact. J.C. Jackson brings the promise of epic redemption. For the Raiders, the decision isn't just about who is the best player, but who is the best fit for the team's current needs. Will Witherspoon's safety, Jackson's potential, or J.C. Jackson's hope for redemption prevail? It's a decision that could define the Raiders' season. Any of these signings will have a significant impact on the Raiders' defense. The addition of an experienced cornerback will not only strengthen the secondary, but it will also bring a new level of confidence to the team as a whole. A more solid defense will allow the offense to play with more freedom, knowing that the defense can hold its own when needed. For the Raiders, who are looking to return to the playoffs, this decision is crucial. Choosing the right cornerback could be the missing piece that completes the puzzle and takes the team to new heights. The Raiders' 2024 season is about to kick off, and the team's fate could hinge on one decision: which cornerback to sign. Ahkello Witherspoon, Adoree Jackson, and J.C. Jackson are all viable candidates, each with their own strengths and weaknesses. But the question on every Raiders fan's mind is, who will be the one chosen? As we anxiously await that decision, one thing is for sure: next season promises to be full of excitement. So, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do so now so you don't miss any updates. Like, comment on which cornerback you think is the best choice for the Raiders, and get ready to follow every step of this exciting journey.